Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. I'm here to help spread awareness concerning toxic relationships and helping you all be on your journey of healing and restoration. I know it's been a while. Trying to be consistent with keeping these videos up and coming, doing what God called me to do. The Lord has been, nudging me to do these videos, and I ain't gonna lie, like lately I ain't really been motivated. A lot of changes going on and transitioning from one place to another. And these transitions come out the blue, like out of nowhere. So it's like, it seemed like just when I thought I knew, it just made me realize that, that this really is a roller coaster, and we got to keep our seatbelts because the Lord will have us in one place in one season, and then He'll move us to another one. And by this point, you would think I'd be used to it by now with all the transitionings, and as I mentioned in previous videos, like how God called me to move to Fort Wayne, Indiana from Chicago, Illinois, and there was a transition, and there was a whole like uncertain and not sure, what to do. So it's been a lot going on again, and I'm trying to get in the groove of being consistent with posting videos because I know it's deeper than me. The Lord is calling me to post videos for a reason, to help other people, help the body of Christ. And that's what I want to do. I want to do what God called me to do, and I want to be dedicated and consistent and motivated to do it, each and every day, regardless of what I'm going through. I understand we all going through our own little personal situations, but I still want to be able to show up and do what God called me to do. So, something that's been on my mind as of lately, like I said, the whole purpose of this channel is to share my testimony of be used by God by using my testimony to help other women who may be in abusive, toxic relationships. Because God called us to peace. He don't call us to be in bondage. He don't call us to be tied down to anybody that's gonna lead us away from Him. And I've been in that situation. I've been there. A whole chunk of my life I was in the wrong relationship, and had I not been caught up in the wrong relationship, I would not be in a situation that I'm in now. Well, I wouldn't have been in the situation that I was in because, like I said, God called me out, and He changed my life. God changed my life when the moment I chose to trust Him, that's when my life really changed for the better, and after being delivered and the Lord allowed me to go through the healing journey, I've realized so much. Like, had I stayed focused, like right after high school, after graduating, I could have been further along in life. I wouldn't have been through a lot of toxic stuff that I've been through, but I still count it all joy because everything that I've been through has made me into the woman that I am now. I know my worth now. I love myself too much to let anybody get in the way of my purpose and my destiny in life. Like, I know I was put here for a reason, and I'm not going to let somebody get in the way of that, especially somebody who wasn't even sent by God to be a part of my journey. But if I could give one piece of advice to the younger women, is to just stay focused. I always tell, anytime like I'm talking to a young woman and she, in these toxic relationships, I just let them know, it's not worth being in that toxic relationship and derailing your life. Because it's like, as long as you keeping these toxic people around, the longer it's going to take for you to get into your purpose, what God called you, what He created you to do. And, and I don't want nobody to be delayed. Like, I was delayed so many years, probably about 10 plus years that I can't get back. And I tell young women all the time, you know, people, whoever you have around you, you better make sure that they is authorized to be in your life by God, because if they not, you're gonna be delayed. Like, your life gonna be on pause until you move out of get out of that toxic relationship. And them toxic relationships, it's not worth like your sanity. Like, there's no peace, no joy, no love. Like, even though toxicity is the norm these days, unfortunately, and that's not true love. That's not the love that God had for us. So it's all about, really, it really boiled down to knowing your worth, knowing that you deserve better, but you have to heal so that you may know your worth, so you won't continue to be in these toxic relationships, and it'd be a cycle, because some people leave a toxic relationship and get right back in it because you didn't heal. So if you are fortunate enough to get out of these toxic relationships, just stay single. You know, ain't nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself and loving on yourself and healing, you know, so that you can be with the person that God had for you. You know, like, man, had I known what I know now, my life would have been so much different. But like, I can't beat myself up about it. You know, I learn and I grow from it. But this intervention, I would like to say this video is an intervention to all the younger, you know, women, you know, to just not put up with anything less than what you deserve, and being intentional about who's in your circle, who's in your life. If this person is not leading you to your dreams and your goals, then just it's not worth it. Leave it, because it's going to be year after year after year you continue to be in these toxic relationships, and it's not producing anything good. Like, you wasting your life, you wasting your time. And we getting older, we're not getting younger, we are getting older. And I always say, like, before I leave this earth, I want to make sure I fulfilled everything that God wanted me to fulfill. Like, I want to live out my purpose. I want to do what he called me to do. Even though, you know, and something else, I'm like, I got a later start because I wasted so many years of my life with the wrong person. I got a later start, but thank God for grace, because he giving me a do-over. But it's like, had I stayed focused back then, like right after, I'm gonna say high school, had I stayed focused then, you know, I wouldn't have experienced a lot. I wouldn't have experienced a lot of pain and hurt. Like, I wouldn't have experienced none of that. So my thing is, y'all, stay focused, stay on your grind, continue to work on you, love you, and just surround yourself by true, genuine love. And if you know, you feel like you in this relationship, have somebody, like, I'm just not learning about like when you in a relationship, have somebody to vet them. I didn't have that back when I was like dating and all that stuff. Like, I ain't had nobody to, you know, look out for me. I ain't had nobody to protect me away from, you know, bad people or bad men, you know, abusive men. So I had to learn the hard way. But now, that's a piece of advice that I would love to give the younger generation. Like, have somebody to vet that person that you are interested in. You know, if you got like a father figure, or a father, a brother, cousin, somebody, have somebody to vet that man. So then that way they can, you know, because sometimes they outside looking in, so they may see a little bit more than you. So they can tell you, like, yeah, this dude no, just keep it moving. He ain't what's up. Or, you know, yeah, you know, he's a nice dude. You know, I think you should pursue it. But just have somebody to vet all your candidates. Don't be, as the Bible said, don't be wise in your own eyes. Meaning, like, don't just go off of what you think. Have somebody else, have a second opinion, because who we surround ourselves can make or break us. Like, if we have the wrong people around us, it can delay our life. And if we have the right people around, you know, that person to help push us in the direction we need to be in. So that's why it's just so important. It's imperative that we slow down, take our time to really get to know people. It seemed like, and I'm guilty of this too, so no judgment. But, you know, in my younger years, we just be so quick to get into situationships. I'm gonna call it situationships. We be so quick to get in these situations and it lead nowhere. Like, we not taking our time. We not, like, it's just, everything is a rush. And let's just slow down. You know, take our time to really get to know people. Shoot, let's slow down and get to know ourselves. You know, we can be single so that we know what we want, what we deserve. And then when we get with somebody, we know how we should be treated. But if we don't know ourselves, then how can we expect somebody else to protect us and love us? So that's why it's just so important that we get to know ourselves during that healing stage, or, you know, when we in our single season. Let's utilize that season to really do a heart check on ourselves, to heal ourselves, and, you know, just self-care instead of getting into another situationship out of loneliness. Like I say, I'm guilty of that. I don't want y'all to be like me. I want y'all to be better than me. I don't want y'all getting in relationships because you're lonely or you're afraid of being alone. But then where is it going to get you? It ain't going to get you nowhere. It ain't get me nowhere. It didn't get me nowhere. And I definitely don't want y'all to be stuck and trapped in no toxic situation. And then when you get pregnant, that make matters worse. Like, it just seemed like when you get pregnant by a toxic person, it magnifies the problem. Like, that's why I say we got to start learning how to take our time and stop being in a rush. Stop just going off what people tell us, because people can manipulate us with words. Like, people are really good with words. We have to go off of what they are showing us. Like, especially if the actions and their words is not lining up, then that means there's some lies somewhere. I had to learn that the hard way. It's like I can laugh at myself now, but I had to learn that the hard way. Like, I didn't have nobody to teach me that. I didn't have nobody to show me that. But the best thing about it is I get to share that with y'all. You know, don't just go off of what somebody's saying. Words can be slick as butter, but deep in their hearts, it's something else. Like, they don't mean what they say. And a lot of us get tripped up because we going off of what they saying because it sound good. But they could be showing us that they really don't care. So if we can just sit still, be watchful, and pay attention, you know, be slow to speak but quick to listen. People are telling themselves if we be quiet and let them talk. They telling themselves really too. So we gotta take our time. You know, ain't no rush. It's no rush. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all as far as right now. You know, I just felt led to share this with y'all, you know, because I want us to do better. And I definitely want y'all to do better than me and learn from my mistakes. And I hold myself accountable. I ain't blaming nobody because I made the choice. Well, I made then, past tense, I made bad choices. And now I'm correcting my wrongs. You know, now that I'm at a place of healing and restoration, and I know my worth, I know my value. You know, that's really what it boiled down to. We got to know our value and what we worth. So we won't put up with toxic people, and we won't put up with manipulation. So yeah, until next time, y'all, peace and blessings. I'll talk to you later. Bye.